channel, John Domenico.
We're ready to educate people.
It's about the good, the bad, and the ugly. No bullshit. The real deal.
Okay, hey guys, we're back with another episode of The Real Deal. I'm Sam.
I'm Nick.
I'm Naz.
And today we have
Fabion Foote.
Fabion Foote. Welcome,
sir.
welcome.
Huge.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, we're gonna end this season with a bang.
Yeah, season finale.
Yeah, big
Season
moves here. So Fabian, Fab, you've become a good close friend of mine over the last few months. First time I met you was the Buzz conference.
Yeah.
So going back to there, Buzz seems to bring a lot of us together.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you, Buzz,
kidding.
for that.
Shout out to Buzz.
Shout out to Buzz.
Shout
for
out to
sure.
Virginia specifically and
Yeah.
Bella. So going forward, I know a little bit about your story, but I actually don't know a lot about your story.
Yeah,
And
okay.
how Fabian came to right now. Because I think there's a lot of big things going on for you. So
Yes, a lot.
maybe you can give us a little background about who you are, how you got here, and just an overall perspective of you.
I mean, story-wise, in terms of football, I mean, first of all, I got to Canada in 2005. I came here a year after my mom came up. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. My dad's Jamaican, mom's Jamaican, my entire family is Jamaican. I have some family up here now, but that's where I started. I started in Jamaica. It's a small little island, but I love where I'm from, and it really made me who I am. I had to work very hard to get to where I'm at. When I got here, I lived in Jane and Finch. I don't like to say the same old sad stories you hear on draft day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
you
long
wanna change
story
the
short,
narrative.
No, but it's a
exactly, I'm
part
here
of
to
it.
change
Change the
exactly,
narrative. And
change the
I
narrative.
think
But even though it's a
that
part of
shows.
it, I don't want to focus on it. So I had some struggles growing up. My family moved. I started playing football in high school in grade 11. So, but prior to that, my mom didn't want me to play because she said the sport's too aggressive. And, I wasn't really allowed to play, so I didn't play. I played other sports growing up. And to be honest, when I finished high school, my goal was just to go find a job, go work, and, take care of myself and my future family when I have one. But I started playing football and my ambition grew. I was always a focused person. I always paid attention. I was always disciplined. So I just felt like the relationship I created with football through those things made my love for football grow even more, because you have to be really disciplined to be good at football.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go to college, but I started playing football and I found out you need to go to university to pursue a professional career. So I went to my guidance counselor. My guidance counselor said, "Oh no, you just go to college, blah, blah, blah." This is back in the day when they used to do that thing where they would just put you in the class and expect you to stay there. But I said, no, that's not gonna work for me, right? So what I did was I went to summer school, took all my summer classes, upgraded to university, and then I applied to all the universities. Surprisingly, I got accepted to all of them because, to be honest, I wasn't that focused on school. I was just doing it because I was told to go to school.
Right.
But I did all my university classes, ended up getting accepted to university. I actually went to McMaster University in Hamilton for 4 years. And then I got drafted to play for the Montreal Alouettes. I was Montreal's first pick in 2017, so it was a big
Very
deal.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big
had,
First overall pick.
I was
Big
no
deal
first
over
pick
First
for that
pick
team.
for that team.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
First
So,
pick.
right, I was drafted pretty high,
Yep.
and my ultimate goal was to go play football in the NFL. That didn't happen, so I played my career in Montreal for 3 years. Then I came to Toronto for 3 years, and we recently won the Grey Cup.
Wow.
brought the
Show it
Grey
off.
Cup.
Huge. Look at that
ring.
I brought the ring for you
You gotta
guys.
show it off.
I actually just got it yesterday. We had our Grey Cup ring ceremony last
Wow.
night.
That's big.
Congratulations.
That's
awesome.
That's awesome.
The owners of the team hosted us in Innisville at the cottage. It was very nice. It was cold yesterday though, but we made the
A little
best
windy
of it.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was a little windy yesterday, but we had a good time. But essentially my story just all wraps around determination, right? Like a lot of doors were closed. I just had to kick them down because, growing up, people are not gonna tell you to strive for better things. people are very complacent. They just follow order and listen to someone else and achieve someone else's goals and dreams. But I never saw myself doing that. From a very young age, I always strived for good things and big things, right? Like, to be honest, even in high school, I didn't like working for anyone, right? Because I just don't like the idea of someone telling me what to do. Honestly.
That's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
most people in real estate feel that
Most-
way.
Yeah,
most
man.
realtors.
I do not like anyone telling me what to do. It's a little bit why me and my mom butt heads growing up. Like, oh, Fabian, go wash your dishes. But, you know, I didn't always like to wash my dishes. But essentially, I just don't like people telling me what to do. And because I feel like a lot of people speak down to others when they have power over you. So I always tell myself I don't want anyone to ever have power over me. I always want to call the shots and make my own calls. And the best thing is, the harder I work, the more money I make.
Yes.
When you work for someone, the harder you work, you get a 10-cent raise.
Yes.
That doesn't work for me.
And the more you put in their pockets.
Exactly. So they're going to increase their profit margins while I'm still stuck making a basic salary.
And they can let you go at any time.
Let me
And
go
there's
at
the
any
cut to your
time.
livelihood, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's how I see
Just
it.
give
too.
you a stipend
Yeah.
and say, hey, thanks.
You're letting someone
move
else
on.
determine your worth at the end of the day. That could be cut off at any second, any point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to bring back something you said. You said you didn't want your story to be seen as like the regular stereotypical story where
Yeah.
people, struggle and then they come up from the struggle. And I think it's important to tell that story. And the reason I think it's important to tell that story is because it's not a story about struggle.
Yeah.
It's a story about mindset, like we were talking about off camera, and how you changed your trajectory.
Yeah.
Nobody changed it for you.
You changed the narrative.
You
100%.
decided, this is not good enough. I want more. And I think it's so important to tell that story because there's there's millions of people out there who, might be more fortunate or less fortunate, but they need to hear that.
Yeah.
They need to hear that your mind is the most powerful tool you have
Absolutely.
in life, period, right?
Yeah.
To go from somebody who said, I didn't really care about school, I only did it because I had to do it, to turn around and say, no, I went to summer school, I changed from college to university, I got accepted to every university I applied to, I had my choice, and then I ended up playing football like I wanted to.
Yeah.
Is a crazy thing. And I think it's really important for people to understand the mindset, right? And that's championship pedigree,
For sure.
right?
Yeah. I mean, mindset wise, to me, it's just very simple. Like, people tell you I'm very bland, but I just feel like people overcomplicate things, right? Nowadays, there's just too much variations to different things that are very simple, right? A good friend of mine, his name is Dave War. So I train out at a gym near York University called LPS, Layler Performance Systems. And Clarence Layler brought me into that gym in 2015. I met Dave through Clarence, and Dave is a very good friend of mine. Dave gave me this book called The One Thing in 2020 during the pandemic. So a little backstory, during the pandemic, the CFL canceled the season.
Yes.
So we had no football season.
Yes.
And at that point, it was sink or swim for me. Because unlike the NFL, the CFL didn't pay out the players. Sadly, they paid the staff, the support staff, and everyone but the players. And at that point, kind of goes back to what I said about someone letting you go at any point and not honoring all the
Determining
hard work
your
you've done
livelihood.
and determine everything you've done, right? So I said, no, I don't want to go out sad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go out sad. Like, this
It's not
is
built
sad.
into you.
It's
No.
not built, exactly.
built like that,
I'm not built
exactly.
like that. So I had to boss up during that time. During that time, Dave gave me a book called The One Thing. I read the book. I don't even like reading, to be real with you. I like reading audiobooks, like listening to audiobooks. But, like, I swear sometimes I have ADHD. I don't like sitting down reading a book for
Well, yeah.
hours and hours.
You're not the
Yeah,
only
most
one.
people
You're
do.
not the only one.
I'd rather drive
A lot
and
of
just
people on
hear
your
the book
shoes,
in the
yeah.
background.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, for
that's
sure.
much better for
For
me.
sure.
But with that being said, I read The One Thing, and it made me change my focus a little bit. I was always focused, But that book made me even more focused. And I thank Dave for that all the time. I even give that book to other people when I see potential in them to do great things for themselves. So I read that book, and then I decided I'm going to go do something else. So during the pandemic year, I started a yacht business, started making money from having a yacht. And when I was really successful with the yacht business, I actually went back to the CFO, and they didn't give me the number I wanted for my contract. So I said, no, if you're not going to give me what I want, then I'll just go. So I got my power back. You know what I mean? Like I was saying during this entire time, I don't want anyone having power over me, mainly because people will take advantage of you when they know you need them.
Yep.
Especially when you're weak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, honestly, football players are very disciplined people.
Yes.
But they lack the ability to know that, hey, I'm more than this. A lot of them have potential to do so many different things, but a lot of them just stay in that niche of playing football, say, hey, this is all I could do. I can't do anything else, so I'm going to just play football alone. But that wasn't me because, like I said, I don't want anyone ever telling me. See, I keep saying that because I'm very serious when it comes to that. I don't want anyone telling me what I could do and determine how far I could go in life.
Yeah.
So that's why I started that business, and I was trading stocks heavily at that point too. Just, and obviously, when I say I was trading stocks, I wasn't one of those guys saying, hey, join my monthly subscription or like Forex and that. I mean actually doing like real stocks and long-term investments. So I would make money from the yacht and then funnel other things to make me more money. So I went back to the CFL that season, and then I just walked away. I said, I'm not playing for this. Yacht season was over in September. They called me back. My agent called me. I said, if they're not giving me the number that I told you that I want, don't call my phone. Straight up. Like, there's no long talking. We don't have to talk about it.
Say it the way it is, yeah. We're wasting time here.
Because they will get rid of you when they're done with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The way football works, it's just another face, another jersey number, another name.
That's a lot of sports.
But it stays the same.
Just revolving.
But especially football. Football is way more cutthroat.
It is.
Like, we don't get guaranteed contracts.
Okay.
The guys in the NBA do.
Yes.
Even in NFL, they don't get guaranteed contracts.
Football's the only
So
sport.
imagine the CFL now, where we don't get as much money as the NFL, right? Not even close.
Not
6
even a
figures in
fraction,
Canada,
right?
right? So, you're just doing it because you love the game. But I wanted the CFL as a stepping stone to the NFL.
Yeah.
That didn't occur, so I knew that I'm going to let go of the game sooner rather than later.
Right.
Right?
It's run its course.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I went back for that season. The yacht season finished, and then they called me. I told them they have to give me what I want, and then they said, hey, no one's going to give him that. If he doesn't take it, this is his last shot, blah, blah, blah. So I told my agent, I said, look, I built a lot since that pandemic year. I am not going back for this amount of money.
Yep.
So
You found your value.
Exactly. Yeah. So they said, well, that's it. And I said, okay, bye.
Yeah.
One day later, hey, they agreed to the terms that you wanted. I said, okay, thank you. Now I'll go back.
Right.
So I went back. Like, the way I train, maybe I'll share a training video of me. Like, I train very intense.
Yeah.
So I was still in shape to play football, right? Like, it's just ingrained in me. Like, I'll wake up early. I already worked out for the day. It's just who I am, I worked out.
Stay ready. You don't
have
have to get ready.
Exactly. Yeah. I worked out for today already before I came here. Went home, worked on some deals, and then drove over here.
Jeez.
And,
I
went back.
He's got a full day.
Guys, you gotta go to the gym with Fab in the morning.
You're welcome. You guys are all.
You gotta wake up early, kid.
He lifts triple what I weigh. I don't think I'm lifting with the guy. I gotta be honest.
Throw you like a football.
All shapes and sizes, man. We just get to work.
That's right. Yeah, we can. I'm down. That'll be fun.
But yeah, so I went back to football in shape. They probably thought I wasn't gonna come back in shape. Day one of practice, it's instincts, right? I was doing well, did really well. Played a game. By the second game, I started getting rolling, getting pressures on the quarterback. but then I actually tore my meniscus.
Oh, shit.
All right, so I needed a scope. So that ended my season early. But it was kind of sad in a way because Toronto's where I grew up. I moved here as a kid, but I really grew up here. And all my family and friends came to watch me play, right? But this game I got hurt in Montreal, and that was my original team.
Yes.
So I had to turn up on Montreal because they went with someone
to
else
give him a
over me.
beating.
You know
You
what
had
I'm
to give him a
saying?
beating.
They
Yeah,
went with
yeah,
someone
yeah,
over
yeah,
me.
yeah,
They
for
said, no, we're not having it. We're not having
for
that.
sure.
So I had to go there on my boss shit and just be aggressive and play well. But sadly, I got hurt in the second quarter, and then I tried to rehab for a month, and then I came back and played for the home game, but I didn't play like myself. I played hurt.
Played
I
afraid.
was wearing a knee brace.
Yeah.
I would always laugh at guys that get hurt. Not laugh in a mean way, but like, what's wrong with your body? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it happened to me, and I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
I could not believe it. Because everyone kind of looks at me as I'm like a guy that's invincible. Like, I don't feel pain. Not that I don't feel pain, but the type of mental focus I have, I know how to take the pain and just
Move on
go
from it.
through the hard times because I know the diamond's at the end, right?
There you go.
I like that.
So-
The diamond's at the end.
Literally.
I like that. There you go. Literally.
That is so good.
So, you know, I got hurt sadly, but then we had a home game against Hamilton. I'll never forget it. We had a home game against Hamilton. I invited like 30, 40 people, and I put them in the box. They were in the box watching me play, but I didn't play like myself. And at that point, I knew that I can't continue. I have to go get surgery.
Yeah.
So I went and got surgery. And to be honest, that season in 2021 was going to be my last football season.
Okay.
But the way I got hurt, I said, nah,
Can't go out like that.
can't go out like this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I can't go out like this. It's funny, all the things I'm saying, they circle back to the same thing.
Full
Yeah.
circle.
Right?
It's all that
Everything's-
mindset.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that
Where
no
something ends, that's where it
no
started.
defeat
Always.
mindset.
Yeah. So exactly. I can't get defeated. So I said, you know what? Talked to my agent. I said, I'm going to go back for the 2022 season. Went back. Training camp was great. I was looking like my younger self. I had a really good camp, really good game. I was throwing guys around, doing like my hump moves that my coaches love. And, you know, but I played the first game. Game was good. Then the second game, I tore my tricep.
Oh no way.
Yeah. So, like I said, really healthy guy. Never usually get injured, but then I had back-to-back injuries. So that really hurt me. I won't lie to you. That really hurt me.
course.
Because I love football.
Yeah.
I love the X's and O's behind football. I'm very smart. Really, I'm very, very smart. I know how to dissect the play, figure out where the play is going, base this formation, what this formation is going to give, down and distance, stuff like that. I hope you guys know what I'm saying. But,
I
you know,
do.
we
Grew
could
up in a
pretend.
football
We
family.
could just, you know,
I know.
okay,
I
good.
know.
So,
I
you
know
know,
those
but
X's
if you
and
don't
O's.
know, you
Even
just gotta
if you
shake
didn't
your
know,
head.
Shout out to my
even
little
if we didn't know,
brother.
you'd never know.
It is like, honestly though, like I've seen the way they draw it out. Like you need to have a certain brain to understand that.
Exactly.
It's an art.
Yeah.
I don't get it when I see it, and like I like to think I get a lot of things.
Yeah.
But no, it's an art. It's literally an art form, right? My brother
Yeah.
played all while he was growing up, so to see that dedication, that mindset, and to be able to take that and understand it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, being in real estate, right? You're a realtor, if someone will hire you for that, you need to understand that. Playing a sport, same thing, right? It's true. It truly is an art.
Yeah. So, where did I leave off?
Tore your tricep.
Tore my tricep. And
That was
it was
2022.
sad. It was, yeah, so it was very sad for me, man. I had surgery. The surgery was 5 to 6 hours long.
Wow.
You know, and they had to fix my tricep. And it's a year later now, and I'm almost 100%, but I'm not 100%.
Recovered, yeah.
So it's just crazy because I'm the type of guy, like everyone always knows me as the strongest guy in the room. I lift everything.
I gotta be
honestly.
honest.
You know?
I wouldn't doubt that for a
You're the
minute.
strongest guy in this room
I
right
gotta be
now.
honest.
Maybe this office.
I don't think anyone will doubt that
You
for a
know?
minute.
So I'm all like even the football rooms. I'll never go to a public gym because when I work out, people are coming up to me. I'm like, buddy, relax. Like, I'm here to work out.
Take it easy.
Like, you don't know me. Stop coming up and talking to
For
me.
sure.
I'm here to train right now. And that's how hard I train. Like, I don't want anyone having no
distractions.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
don't laugh with me right now. I'm in my zone.
your
Once I'm
pocket.
done my last set, then you can talk to me and we can smile and laugh,
fair.
right? But while it's time to work, don't look at me. You know?
That's how I feel like
I know.
when I'm doing deals.
Yeah, like, just leave me alone. It's crunch
Yeah.
time right now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So yeah, like that hurt because I was always the strongest guy, and then I'm just coming back on my rehab. But then I had some moments I cried to myself. I felt defeated.
Yeah.
Then I said, no, like you always preach to people, you got to get through the tough times.
Yes.
So this is your tough time. This is your challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to suck it up and just keep rehabbing, keep getting better, keep getting stronger, and count your days and be thankful. Right? We easily forget that things could be so much worse.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
for sure.
And we just have to
Absolutely.
be thankful daily,
You take it for granted.
count your blessings, don't take anything for granted, and appreciate everything, right?
Yeah.
It's my first major injury. I played football for 10 years. I know I've seen guys tear two ACLs. I've seen guys go off on stretchers. I've seen dislocations, out of place bones.
Well, what was the guy's name from the NFL? I think Buffalo.
DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar
Oh,
Hamlin.
yeah.
Just collapsed on the field.
Collapse
Yeah,
on the field.
collapse.
I have some
he's,
friends
he's
that
still
on,
recovering. Actually,
I have some friends on that team, and they told me like
It was
they don't even
scary
think they
stuff.
would even play football again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh, he's coming back. Like he
Yeah.
already said.
Yeah,
No,
he said
he's-
he's coming back.
He's already
Going
at
back.
OTAs. I think OTAs
Yeah.
is going on right now, and he's there practicing with the guys.
Crazy.
Dedication.
This goes back to what you said, mindset. Your
Dedication,
willingness to
commitment.
come back and
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all
Passion,
about.
right? Passion fuels purpose. At the end of the day, if you're passionate enough to show up for something that you love that much, you're gonna put your all into it and make sure no
So,
one else can do it better than you.
How did
right?
all of that translate to where you are now?
Where you are now? Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, well, football. I always tell people football was my stepping stone.
Okay.
People peak. I'm not peaking.
Oh,
I'm not even 30
good
yet.
mindset.
I
You
like
know what
that.
I mean? I'm not
yeah.
even 30 yet.
Me either.
same.
Me too.
Yet.
I'm not ready to peak. I'm never going to peak. That's the way I think.
Yeah.
I'm never going to peak because I want to keep bettering myself year after year, month after month, quarter after quarter, right? And where I'm at now, I'm doing mortgages now, right? So I've been doing that for a year now, and I really enjoy it. I have friends that are builders, and I got introduced to the mortgages because I have friends that need cash to fund deals and projects. Of course. And then I would find them someone with that. And they say, you should do mortgages, right? And then I'm like, oh, really? Why is that? And they would explain the process to me.
It was
Because
basically
they would
what you were
give
already
me-
doing.
Exactly. And they were paying me like fees
Like
finder fees to find them those clients. And I was just doing it from the goodness of my heart, really, because those are my boys. I want to see them do
Connection, yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And obviously when you're someone that's highly motivated, you attract that same energy.
Yes, of
So all my friends are doing good for themselves. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I looked into it and I got the license. And I just started doing it a bit. To be honest, I need to do better in the sense of reaching out to more people.
Okay.
But because of the referral sources that I get,
You're always
honestly, like
busy.
my friends want to see me win.
That's
You
good.
know what I mean? They
That's
want to
good.
see me
That's the
win.
way it should be.
100%.
And
That's the way it has to be.
Exactly, exactly.
Has to be like that.
And because a lot of my friends know I've always had their back, so they're gonna have mine. When
Loyalty
it's time for
is
me
loyalty.
To,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's all
So
I ask for in return. Loyalty. That's it.
absolutely, that matters more than anything else. If I don't make $1 with you, I don't care as long as I know you're a real person and you're good on the inside too.
Loyalty
You
is
know
rare
what
to
I mean?
find these days.
It
Some
is.
good people.
You'd be a
it's
really
hard to
good
There's
find.
some
You'd be a really
snakes
good
out
realtor.
there. There's some. Yes,
You
people
would be.
been telling me that.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because this is gonna sound stupid coming from me, especially to somebody who actually plays sports.
Yeah.
But real estate is a sport. It's a sport in terms of
Yeah, Sam said that a
it's
little
competitive,
I did say that.
right?
It is
It's
true.
it's nothing but
bit.
competition.
Trademark it first.
You're
That's
always
on me, Naz.
you're always out here
You're
trying
my
to see if you're better than the next person.
Yeah.
Right? It's that same mindset. And you already have it. Like you don't have to learn it. Like I had to learn that mindset.
Facts.
right? I still haven't learned it. I'm still too nice sometimes.
But also, you missed one key element there.
okay.
The idea of a team, too. And
Yeah,
having the right
and there's
players
a
on
team
your
element.
side,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
You
That's a
can't
great
do
point.
well by yourself.
That's
You-
such a great
you do well
point.
together. That's how it
That's
goes.
such a great point.
Yeah.
And I mean, it might be worth it for you. I'm not. Listen, we have a good team here. You want to come by?
selling right now.
We gotta cut this out.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Keep it in, man.
No,
Keep
no,
it
no.
in.
We're keeping it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should see me when I got to recruit for teams.
But I must say, he is a really good mortgage broker, and I'm not even
no,
blowing smoke
for
right
real
now.
though, because I find that mortgages isn't. That's where I feel like it differs from real estate.
Yeah.
Mortgage brokers, like, you can have your database of people and you can make money forever.
Yeah.
Right? In real estate, I have to find new business all.
You gotta
the
stay
time.
hungry.
All the time, and there's that competitive edge. Where I
Mortgages-
think you would be very, very successful. I really do.
Mortgages are competitive too, though. You always need to find new clients. Although those clients, if they have a 1 to 2 to 3 year term, maybe sometimes 5, you have to renew them. You could get them switched sometimes, right? But the business does reoccur. Even in real estate, that client buys a home, then they make enough money, they want to get an investment property,
Yep.
or they're moving, so they have to sell their current and buy another one, right? So that's also reoccurring. But on the mortgage side, you also have clients sometimes you have to deal with where you get them approved, you're at the finishing steps, and then they bail out or say they're going to go with the bank because the bank offer them a better rate, which is often not true.
We have
We've
we
heard
have
heard that many
We
times, yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it
it's
happens.
much worse in the real estate industry.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure, because I already know, let's say you're
We get our
going,
grass
you're
cut
doing
steady.
an open house, you're driving a client around, and then that client comes back, and say, oh yeah, I found something with another realtor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what?
That happens a lot.
Ain't the first time.
No, I wouldn't like that. So primarily the main reason I went into mortgages too is because those clients need me.
Yes.
Right? As a realtor, they need you when they understand your value.
Yeah.
But a lot of clients don't understand your value,
Yeah.
understand all your hard work.
For sure.
So they're more likely to go talk to someone else and not value that. On the mortgage side, they need to secure the financing no matter what.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
my
for
phone's
sure.
gonna ring no matter what.
And that's
You know
that's what
I
I'm
mean?
saying,
That's
right?
guaranteed,
And that's where I
yeah.
feel like the difference is.
Yeah.
And
I think
yeah,
you
our
mentioned
grass
the
gets cut fucking steady.
you mentioned the
It's
key word there, value.
Value.
Who says that a lot?
Fern.
Yeah,
Our
no
team
value.
leader
You
is,
have to show your value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you know, there's a seat full of realtors, 80,000 plus.
Exactly.
But
trains
what
us on this every
value do you bring
Yeah.
that the others don't? That is the
Exactly.
key.
And that's
Wow.
important. Like me,
Yeah.
for my value is no one's gonna work hard as me.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Like you could have these other mortgage guys that's been doing it for 20 years. I am so obsessed with everything I do. I make sure I'm doing this around the
But
clock.
honestly, it shows.
But that's
like,
that's that championship pedigree. That's only something you learn
being,
through the experiences you've had.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
being where
mean?
you are, yeah.
Because
Sure.
it's bite down on the mouthpiece and
Yeah.
let's keep going, right?
Yeah.
Football, any sport really, you got to be obsessed to play.
You do.
You got to be nuts to
To
get
be honest,
hit. To
thank
get
you.
hit, like you got to be.
I was gonna
cracked.
say you gotta be a little bit crazy. I'm not.
You do.
I
It's
won't
true, no,
say.
it's
No,
so
you
true,
do. You
like-
got to
You
be
have to be.
crazy.
Like if you look at guys like Kobe, Kobe was sick in the head. R.I.P. Kobe, but Kobe was not a good
Legend.
teammate.
Yeah,
a lot
no.
of people didn't like Kobe because he's an asshole, right? But hey, he was very committed
was
to his
obsessed
craft.
with
he was
the game.
obsessed with the game.
he's obsessed with the sport.
Right, like,
it was his life.
and I was very obsessed with football. Like no one could tell me anything.
Yeah.
Even when I was in high school, I worked a part-time job. My mom was telling me, "Oh, don't go to the gym tonight. You need rest. Forget rest. I'll rest when I'm old and gray. I don't care about that right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Right now, what matters to me is my goal of achieving, making it pro. That's all that mattered.
Yeah.
Right? I moved away at 19 years old because I didn't want to be around certain crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When I got older, guys were smoking a lot in my high school. Guys started doing drugs, blah, 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 selling drugs, shooting people and stuff. I grew up in Rexdale. You know, I didn't want to unpack that, but we're already here, so let's just do it. And I just felt, like, man,
From
like
Rexdale
I got to
too?
get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want this.
Yeah.
So I could have went to York, but no offense, York sucks. And at the time, you went to York?
I didn't go to college or university.
Okay, good.
Don't worry about
Good
it.
decision. Yeah, but I didn't want to go to York. They stink, right? So I just wanted to say, you know what? I don't want to be around this environment. I need to leave. So I went away for school, and I met a lot of different people. Man, And to be honest, majority of my school in high school were black. When I went to McMaster, there was a lot of white guys, white women. And it was different for me because I wasn't raised around that. I was born in a country in the islands, went to high school, elementary school, saw the same demographics, went to university, opened things up a bit. And like, I met a lot of cool guys, man. Like, a lot of guys I play with are like close friends with me. And honestly, like, even some of my black friends will look at me and like, what's wrong with you? Because sometimes, like, I like my house music too, you know what I'm saying? Catch me in the club listening to house music, I'm a different guy.
I'm a different guy.
I'm a little different guy. Oh, man.
Talk about an entrepreneur right there.
I'm a
Yeah, you
different
gotta
guy.
get it going.
This guy's
Exactly.
different gravy.
Yeah, I love it, right? I will listen to the rock songs in the locker room. You know, game day, play Sweet Child of Mine, all those songs.
Huge.
You know, and it's just
Shout out
nice.
GNR.
You know,
So I think you probably answered this question already, so like low key throughout our conversations today, but this is our favorite question of the day. I think my favorite, but I know the guys are on board too. But what makes you the real deal?
shoot.
Fully loaded question.
He said, shoot.
I left him speechless.
It left me speechless. Honestly, I'm the real deal because I got a lot of heart.
Oh, I like
You know,
that.
I got a lot of heart. On the exterior, people think I'm a bully, scary guy. You know, when I play football, I was always a scary guy. But what makes me the real deal, I'm very compassionate, very caring, and I'm loyal. I always take care of people. I'll always look for a way to help you, right?
Love that.
And if you need me, I'll be there for you, right? But I'll always put people in their place as well, right? If my friend is doing something that's not productive to their life, to where they're trying to go business-wise, or them as a personal self, like self-development and their own growth, then I'm gonna check you about it because I feel like that's what
good
you
friends
need,
do.
You know,
That's what good friends do.
That's what good friends do, and
I
that's
agree.
what you need from your friends. Like, we have to keep each other accountable. On a client sense, man, no one's gonna work as hard as me. Period. Like, it's not even a conversation. I don't have to delve into it. It's just facts.
You guys
right?
see that ring? I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think nobody's gonna work harder than you. Man.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I like making people feel good. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
good.
Yeah.
I like when people are happy.
that. That was a
I
good
like
answer.
having people, you know, coming around me, like that family environment. You
That's a
know, I
great
like
answer.
taking
That's
care of people.
It's a
honestly
really great answer.
really solid answer from
Yeah, I love
what
that.
I've heard. You know what?
I love that.
It's a lot different than all the other answers
You know what?
we've heard for sure.
It's wholesome and it's relatable because when you're passionate about something and when you're working with a team and you're working around people that you want to see do well, the success will be there. It's inevitable,
Exactly.
right?
Well, listen,
So-
I think it's one thing to tell people like, you know, I'm honest and I'm this and I'm that, and it's like, okay, great. But for somebody to say, I care about you,
Yeah,
even if I don't know you,
That's a big
I care
move.
about you. That's important to people.
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's important for people to feel. Okay, everybody wants VIP service. Everybody wants to be treated like they're a billionaire, no matter if it's $100 grand or it's $1 billion.
Totally.
Everybody wants to be treated that way. And to do that, you got to care about people. You have to be an empath. You have to be sympathetic to people's situations. So I think people will really like that answer. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
good one.
It's just the truth, right? Like,
solid way to end out the season.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Season
Very wholesome
finisher.
way. Season finisher.
Season
Okay.
finisher. We like our chips with the dip.
yes, sir.
That's it.
Yeah, it's
Save
be
the
a
best
good
for
year,
last.
man.
We
You know,
honestly
hopefully
did, yeah.
Come around you guys more often.
Come.
Do some more stuff.
yeah.
After
Not
you-
just work though, fun too.
Next time
you
to be
know what I
house
mean?
music and
Listen,
tequila. We
if
didn't
you-
know.
If
Yeah,
you've been
come
on the
on.
real deal, you're family after this.
You're part
Like
of the
you're
family.
one of
for
us
sure.
now.
You're part of the family
Absolutely.
for sure.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
being
joining
on.
us. Yeah,
And
honestly.
we'll see y'all season 3.
We'll see you season 3.
We're gonna go play some football now.
Yes, sir.